someone had asked, I had some serious symptoms post-COVID. How can the nitric oxide and the vitamin D help me with that?
Do you want me to start, Josh?
Oh yeah, please. Yeah.
So one of the things, they actually nowadays we actually call vitamin D a hormone. And how it works in the body is it not only assists to regulate, and that's another thing that nitric oxide does. It's the master regulator in the body. So what COVID did is COVID came through and spiked our the microscopic little thin lining that's inside your veins and arteries, right? So we called it spike protein for a reason. And we see all these pictures. So imagine what that looks like and how it is spiking your veins and arteries, and your tissues and so on, so that you're finding that you have you just don't have lack of energy, you have increasing fatigue, you have poor circulation. So one of the things that's super exciting, we always say that we don't treat, cure, or diagnose, but how awesome it is to have a product that literally increases blood flow. And that's one of the things that COVID did is it slowed down the blood flow to the tips of your fingers, nose, and toes. And what happens is a lot of people would end up with white fingers, right? And they would just feel absolutely horrific. And we're seeing a lot of people that now are looking back and going, you know what? I can't believe that I'm still not feeling good. Maybe it's been 1 or 2 years, the whole long haul COVID thing. But what I would do if it were me and I were in your circumstance, I would definitely start taking the product. If you're already taking it, I would increase it, at least 4 scoops a day. That would just be me, because now you're getting enough of the nitric oxide to help to push the blood flow throughout your body. The other thing we want to really pay attention to is the inflammation. So the inflammatory factor that takes place with COVID and left a lot of people debilitated to the degree that sometimes they can't get up a flight of stairs and so on. But I know Josh can speak into this too, but we've had probably hundreds, I won't say thousands, I will say hundreds of people that have come to Cardio Miracle, started taking it, and their life is completely turned around. So when you talk about aches and pains, the fogginess in your brain, maybe you just don't have the ability to make it through a day, and the circulation is the big challenge. And we know we've all seen pictures of the clots, we've seen all these, all these crazy things that are happening. Stay focused just on your health and stay focused on Cardio Miracle, because it really is a miracle.
Totally. And the vitamin D delivery is astonishing.
Yeah.
And it seems like every study that we do that has anything to do with blood markers, drawing blood, comparing blood, it's always the vitamin D that's like shooting
That's
out
right.
up, 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 up. And
Yeah.
so it's so exciting. And so, you know what? I actually spoke to someone last week. I was doing a podcast with this doctor that's got or this really prestigious physical therapist kind of doctor, that MD, that he works with UFC fighters and he helps them in between fights to get better so that they can, go get another payday. And he's got offices in Florida and Vegas and France. And so
Wow.
he's like, I want to get Cardio Miracle in every single one of my
Way to
clinics.
go.
Yeah, all over the place. And he said, because the biggest thing that it helps with, it seems, is the vitamin D. And he said, I
Mhm.
believe everyone in the world is deficient in vitamin D. And so he goes, Anyone that says they don't need vitamin D, they're not correct." So Cardio
Right.
Miracle, we've proven that when you're fasting and you're drinking Cardio Miracle, that it draws the vitamin D in your stored fat cells, which
Yeah.
is unbelievable. It's really
Yeah.
cool.
No, and you know what? There's many, many studies linking vitamin D to brain health and autoimmune challenges. I mean, straight across the board. But it started. I'm not going to get on my soapbox. I'll just take a little step up. But years ago, when we started studying what was happening, why was the vitamin D levels dropping in people in America? Well, did you know that the vitamin D levels started to drop the same time that we started to promote sunscreen? So all of a sudden you have all these people lathering on all the sunscreen. By the way, it's all chemically laden. And then you go bake out in the sun, or, oh, by the way, sun isn't good for you, right? So your body can't pick up that vitamin D that we're supposed to get from the sun. And then our food sources. The other thing, if you look at a product that has vitamin D put in it, let's say like a milk, for instance, if you're not drinking, let's say an organic milk, without fortified, what fortified means is we put a synthetic vitamin D in and your body doesn't recognize it. That's what's so exciting. I could talk for an hour about this. That's what's so exciting to me about the Cardio Miracle product, because in the study, what they found is that when you take the nitric oxide combined with the vitamin D in our product, and I think we're going to find that there's other pathways and synergistic experiences happening inside our body after we take the Cardio Miracle. But what happens is it pulls and unlocks the vitamin D that's been stored in our fat. So you might be taking, maybe you're taking 50,000 IUs a week of vitamin D, and maybe your numbers still aren't up there, because we ran into people like that. And then they start the Cardio Miracle product and boom, they come back in a month and they say, we don't know what's going on, but my vitamin D level is up. So thank you for asking that question, because that's really exciting to us.